Hello everyone and welcome to Christy Travels. I'm c.schmelter, and this week we're going to talk about some things you need to know and aren't prepared for when you're going to Disneyland or Disney World. And I am going to have to refer to my notes so I don't forget anything. So when you're seeing me look away, that's what I'm doing. So the first thing you're not prepared for when you're going is blatant rule breaking. It is so frustrating. Usually it's little kids who are hanging on the lines and going swinging back and forth, or they go and they climb on things they're not supposed to be on. And the more frustrating part is the parents who are letting them do it. So, if you are a parent who let your kids do that, please stop. Okay, I'm over it. Now, the next thing is you're not prepared for is how to get so stressed out. And that one is because of blatant rule breaking. No, it's because it's hot and you're tired and you're overstimulated and it's really crowded. So you just need to try and get to a corner and cool yourself down and take a deep breath and just try and relax. And there's really very little you can do to get out of the situation and just leave the park and go back to your room and relax. Take a nap. Get in the cool. That's your best bet. Okay, another thing you're not prepared for is how cool it can get in the evening. This is both Disneyland and Disney World, so it especially can get pretty cool in Disneyland. Disney World, though, gets cool in the evening as well, so always be prepared for that. The other thing you're not prepared for is how hot it can get during the day. Now, you may be aware of this for Florida, and it gets horribly hot, especially in summer. So be prepared for that. It also gets really, really hot in California. So be prepared for that as well. Lots of water. Drink lots of water, people. Okay. What you also may not be prepared for is the rain. I know Florida is called the Sunshine State, but they're just kidding you. They're kidding you. There's rain every day during hurricane season. So get a weather app on your phone and make it be the kind that will show you what's coming along so you can see what time you're going to get a rain shower and be prepared. Have your rain jacket already on, or a poncho, or have an umbrella handy. That way you're not caught out in the middle of everything and the rain pours down on you. That's the best I can say. It doesn't rain quite as much in the California park, but again, always be prepared. Just have an umbrella handy. Doesn't hurt if, check the forecast the week ahead of time. See what's coming. Just be prepared for the rain. Another thing you may not be prepared for is how expensive the food is. Disney is expensive. You've paid for your trip. You're going there. If you've bought any kind of Disney product ever online, you know how expensive Disney is. So be prepared. The food is also very expensive. So you will get to pay for that too. You may not be prepared for how much walking there is. Even if you're used to walking, your back and forth across the parks is just incredible that you think you're going to just start and take yourself around the park in like the counterclockwise motion. You're kidding yourself. You will do that, but then you'll also walk across the park because you forgot to ride this other ride, or it was down when you were there, but now it's up again, so you want to ride it. It's just, you do so much walking, so very much walking. So just be prepared for that. Another thing you won't be prepared for is how much you'll need to use your phone. Now, Disney has all their stuff on the phone with either the Disneyland app for California or My Disney Experience in Florida. And both of those will have your ticket on there. They will have your lightning lane information on there. They have wonderful things like the maps of the parks and wait times, and all kinds of things on there that you can use. Like I said, a weather app, not harm you, get that. So you'll be using the phone a lot, so I also would recommend a portable charger to help keep that reservation going. Not reservation, keep phone going. Another thing you may not be prepared for is the crowds. Don't underestimate them. You may be going during what is considered a slower time, but it's never slower anymore. It's always crowded. There are lots of people who love Disney and want to experience it. So be prepared for the crowds. You may not be prepared for all the construction that's going on. Right now in both parks, there's lots of construction, and you want your trip to be special, and everybody does, but sometimes you just have to go while there's stuff happening, and you'll just have to try and get over it and walk past the walls that are there to get to your next ride, and you'll be able to do it, and it'll be fine, and you'll still have a great time no matter what. You may not be prepared for the extra money that you're going to have to come up with. Things like the charge that they're going to put on your credit card when you check in. That can run anywhere from like $100 up to $250, depending on what hotel you're staying at. They do hold it while you're there for incidentals. Then once you check out, it is put right back on your card. So don't worry about that, but you will see it come out of your card when you check in. So be prepared for that. Also, medications. What if you get sick? What if you have to have a doctor's visit if it's serious? So be prepared. You may need those things. Other things from the little convenience store. If you run out of diapers, or I don't know what else you may need, drinks or something. You may need extra food items, like at specialty drinks and enhancements at the dinner table. Sometimes those will cost more for your dinner. Parking. If you drove a car in, you will have to pay for parking. So be prepared for that. There are things you need to be prepared for that you can't take into the parks. And those include selfie sticks. Those were banned a long time ago. And if you want photos with the whole family in, use the PhotoPass photographers. Although they'll take pictures with their camera, they will also take a picture using your phone camera or your own camera if you bought a camera. So use them and they'll be happy to take your picture. So no selfie sticks. Also, no vapes or e-cigarettes. There is no smoking in Disney parks, and they do have smoking areas outside the park. You are welcome to go out there and have your e-cigarette or your vape and take care of that need for yourself, but not in the parks. That is one of those also blatant rule breaking things that you see. Hate it a lot. Okay, sorry. No toy weapons. No toy guns or anything like that. The only kind of weapon you're allowed is a lightsaber. So if you have one of those handy, or you have just now made one over in Savi's workshop, then you are allowed that weapon. And no adult costumes. You are only allowed to have an adult costume when it is one of the Halloween parties out in Florida or Oogie Boogie Bash in California. Those are the only times. And there are rules for those as well, like no mask covering your entire face and not dragging on the ground, that kind of thing. So you'd want to just be up on that. And the main thing you're not prepared for is being let down. It just may not be everything you think it's going to be. And you just set your expectations and don't let it be the end all be all of your life going to this park. It is going to be a great trip. You're going to have a lot of fun as long as you go into it with a good attitude and know it's going to be crowded, know it's going to be hot, know there's going to be people who are very irritating around you. Just do your best to enjoy around those features and you'll have a great time. So I hope this has been helpful and letting you know what kind of things to be aware of and be prepared for when you go into either Disneyland or Disney World, and it could be for any theme park. So that's all for this week, and I will see you next time. Bye.